Welcome to the Coach Toolbox. I'm your host, Dr. Ajay Nangalia, a leadership coach and counselor. This channel supports your professional and personal development as a leader with research-based and practice-focused learning. And we bring you the best career and life advice from guests who've been there and done that successfully. And now, our session today. Let's talk today about one very important aspect of career success. You see, by the time you reach middle or senior levels successfully within the organization, your skills, qualifications, talent, track record are all considered baseline requirements for the job. They are essentials to help you keep your job, but they are not enough if you aspire to grow further. One of the key requirements for your success in organization growth and your own career growth is to develop and nurture a mentor, or preferably a panel of mentors. And these mentors will support you, your growth, open doors, share their knowledge, and share their insights with you. The mentors can be formally appointed by the organization for you, or better still, you can develop your own mentor or mentors informally. So in our conversation today, let's understand what a mentor is and how she or he can support your career growth, and most importantly, how you can develop and leverage your own network of mentors. Now, at the starting point, let's understand who a mentor is. The typical understanding of a mentor is a person who is senior to you in terms of experience, expertise, connections, organizational and industry savvy, and so on, and who will commit to supporting you in your own growth within the organizations and within your own career. In addition, having a mentor to support your professional growth and career trajectory, you can have a mentor to support your wellness and fitness journey, help you plan your finance and investments, your spiritual development and growth, and almost anything that is of importance to you. Now, while there are certainly differences between the word and the definition and the role of someone who is called a mentor, a coach, a counselor, an advisor, for our conversation today, I'm thinking of a person who will wear these hats depending on what your needs are. So in real life, there will be an overlap in these roles. Most importantly, your mentor must be someone who is committed to helping you become a confident and capable traveler along your own professional journey. Remember, it's never too early to start developing your own panel of mentors. So irrespective of where you are in your journey, you will benefit greatly from having your own network of mentors. Your mentor will support your learning and growth both professionally and personally, and can provide information, connections, and introductions to opportunities that are appropriate. She or he can even give a recommendation which will go a long way in supporting your case. Your mentor will help you understand the political landscape and organization dynamics of your organization and give you advice in how to navigate it shrewdly. This is information that most of us will never have if we work in isolation. And not only at an organization level, but your mentor will give you insights into your industry as well. Therefore, developing and nurturing your set of mentors is one of the finest investments you can make for your career and life. Look at this as a long-term initiative and not just a quick fix. Now, you will have some mentors who have insights and connections for certain domains, and other mentors will be helpful in other areas. There is no one person who is a master of all. The smart strategy is to have a panel of mentors who can support you in your professional space, your personal space, in health, in managing finances, spiritual growth, and so on. So, how does this mentoring process work? Let me share some thoughts on how the process works and then some ideas on how you can start developing your panel of mentors. Let's appreciate that there's no fixed formula or a specific mold for a mentoring relationship. It has to serve your needs and the availability and willingness of your mentor to commit to the process and the relationship. For example, in a professional space, you might have a conversation with your mentor once a quarter or twice a year. You may talk to your health and wellness mentor
once a month, if not more. Your mentor who supports you on financial investment decisions at least once a year and when required. Now, you will have these mentoring conversations at two levels. Number one, in the initial stages, you are developing and nurturing the mentoring relationship. So, you do need to invest time and effort in building the relationship. Your mentor will need to see how you can bring value to him or her in some way. It's not appropriate to start asking for transactional level information or help in the first meeting itself, but it is appropriate to make a formal request for the person to be your mentor. Share with him or her what you'd like from the relationship, what your expectations are, what you will commit in terms of time and effort. Your potential mentor should be able to see some value that she or he will get from investing in you. And I'm not talking about monetary value, but perhaps an opportunity to support a winning career, leave a legacy, give back, and so on. Remember, the mentor-mentee relationship is a two-way equation. As much as you learn and benefit from the mentoring relationship, your mentor will also learn and grow and be energized. So in your initial meetings, they must be able to sense and see how this will happen. Now, number two, as the relationship strengthens, you can start to draw upon your mentor's experience and insights and connections. So you must first invest in the relationship before you can draw from it. It may be a nice gesture, it may be appropriate to perhaps invite your mentor to coffee or lunch or dinner, but be clear that it's your invitation, so you will pay. Not all mentors will need the same amount of involvement or intimacy or investment in the relationship. You will have a spectrum of mentors, and then the types of relationships will be across this spectrum. You will find the right balance over time. One critical success factor is that there must be a good chemistry between the two of you. You must like each other, and there has to be professional respect. There must also be a strong foundation of trust. Your mentor will not give you access to his connections and insights unless he is very sure that he can trust you. So trust is the foundation. Let's share some thoughts on how to find a mentor. Here are some ideas that will help you find a mentor for yourself. Remember, you need mentors from different walks of life to support you in various areas of your life. So in your professional and career space, make a list of senior colleagues or professionals you know who've already done well in the domain or field that is important to you. Some you may know professionally or just through an indirect contact, and some may not even know you. What's important is that they have experience and expertise that will be helpful for you. Once you've made this list, find ways to reach out to these folks either directly or through known connections or via social media. Your own friends circle will guide you to mentors who can support you even if they are not directly in that field. For example, if I'm looking for a mentor in the fitness industry, my friends can recommend people that they know or have worked with who might be appropriate mentors and connect with me. So don't underestimate the value of asking your own circle of contacts for recommendations. As you're building up this list, have your opening pitch ready about what you're looking for in a mentor and why they fit your ideal mentor profile. You may have to keep knocking a few times before the mentor responds, and be all right that some will say yes and some may not be ready at this point in time because of other priorities in their life. What makes this search very different is that the intention and the focus with which you do it. Set yourself a goal that in the next 4 weeks, you will make your list of prospective mentors and you will reach out to at least 5 people using different ways and media. Let me share some thoughts now of how you work with your mentor. So as you start working with your mentors, be sure to be prepared for every meeting and keep the meetings very sharp and focused. Do not waste your mentor's time. It's best to schedule shorter meetings at first so that it does not create a burden on the mentor. Be prepared with 2 or 3 questions that you'd like to ask, but don't overwhelm the mentor with all your burdens. Your mentor is not your counselor, so don't use him or her as a free counselor to help you through your emotional difficulties. Work with a trained counselor if you need one. And as you work with your mentor, look for ways of how you could add value to him or her. Perhaps you can share some insights that you come across in terms of articles or research, or if you know that your mentor likes coffee, you could gift her with a pack of her favorite blend. Be sensitive to what is appropriate for the relationship, but look also for ways that you can support your mentor. Remember, it's a two-way relationship. So, some more thoughts on preparing for your first conversation with your mentor. And I think this is an important aspect for you to understand so that a good foundation is set up. So, before your first conversation with your mentor, it may be helpful to send them your LinkedIn profile or a career profile summary. Don't use the first conversation to bore them with your detailed career or your detailed life history. They don't really need to know every fine detail of your journey thus far. Instead, you could share with them short points, key milestones along the following template: what you feel your strengths are, what you feel your challenges are, and what you think are some actions or struggles to bridge this gap. So, when we talk about strengths, talk to your mentor about what you think your strengths are, what others think your strengths are, how you want to be able to leverage some of these strengths. Talk about the challenges. Talk about challenges that you're facing, challenges that you struggle with. What exactly do you want from the relationship? So spend a little time on some of the challenges. And then focus on bridging the gap. How can you bridge the gap between your strengths and the challenges? What new strengths do you need to focus on? What are some things you need to start or stop doing? What actions can you focus on? So focus on talking to your mentor about the strengths, about the challenges that you're facing, and how you would like to bridge the gap. So as you do this, remember a few more points in terms of how you can be a good mentee. Remember, you will get the most from your relationship depending on how much you draw from it. So initially, at least, your mentor is doing you a favor. And then over time, if all goes well, they also will enjoy the relationship because of the value it brings to them. Now, to move to this phase as soon as possible, you must commit to being a good mentee. So here are some ideas, some guidelines to keep in mind so that you can get most out of the relationship. Be open to feedback and the perspectives that your mentor shares. The choice to do or not do something rests with you, but there's no need to argue or convince your mentor why something is not right in every conversation. It's not a table tennis match. You're there to learn and understand from her perspective. Have a growth mindset and enjoy the learning process, especially when it makes you uncomfortable and pushes you out of the comfort zone. So be willing and open to do and try out the things that your mentor suggests. For example, she may suggest that you attend some event or reach out and talk to certain people or explore an option. If you're not willing to learn and experiment with these suggestions, your mentor will have no reason to continue. Keep a learning journal of things that you're learning from your journey, and share these with your mentor. This will indicate to her that you're using this as a learning space, learning about yourself and other things. Share with your mentor the baby steps that you're taking, what's going well, where you're struggling, and what you're learning both from the movement forward and from the potholes in the journey. Remember to give credit to your mentor, thank her or him, and let them know how much you value and appreciate their time and effort. They're human too, and they will really be happy with this affirmation of their investment in you. And as a closing tip, remember to contract with your mentor for a specific number of sessions over a period of time when you approach them. For example, one conversation a quarter over the coming year, or one conversation a month for the next 3 months, whatever is appropriate to you and your goals. At the end of the period, bring the engagement to a close. If you would like and the mentor is open, then you can recontract for another term that is appropriate. This correct scoping of time frame gives the relationship a professional structure and focus. So let's start bringing our conversation to a close today. No matter at what stage of life or career you're currently in, if you'd like to move to the next level, then it's a smart idea, a necessary step to develop a panel of mentors who can support you. Career growth and success to senior levels is not a solo journey. You will need a mentor or mentors to guide and support you. We've looked at how you can do this in our conversation today, so I encourage you to quickly take the first step now itself, today itself. Make a list of 5 prospective mentors and reach out to them. Good luck.
And that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Please connect with us on coachtoolbox@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to follow, subscribe, and review this channel. Details of our ICF-approved coach training programs and our services as executive coaches and coaching supervisors are on www.globalcoachtrust.org. See you in our next session.